All right, hello everybody. My name is Oscar. I work for Charlie Morgan at Imperium, or EasyGrow, I should say. I just got finished with a client interview with a client of ours. His name is Carlos Campos. He's managed to scale his coaching business from 20K to 45K per month, literally in the span of 10 months of working with us. Like his main problem when he hopped on board, it was the sheer appointment setting, and now he's booking like over 5 appointments every single day, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, let's just hop into the client interview. It's an awesome one, and yeah, I'll see you on the other side. Cheers. All right, everybody. I am here with Carlos, who is a client of ours in EasyGrow. Carlos, he came on board with us about, what was that now, like 10 months ago in May of last year, 2023. And in that time period, when you came on board, you're doing about like an average 20K per month. And at this moment in time, you're averaging out at about 45K per month with the business. Yeah,
Sir.
Carlos, if you can just like tell a little bit about yourself, like what you're doing in the business, and yeah, just give a little bit of an introduction.
So yeah, my name is Carlos Campos and my gorgeous wife Chantel. She and I do marriage mastery. Our movement is Epic Your Life movement, of course, creating extraordinary. But our niche is marriage mastery, and so we work with, we collaborate with people and influencers to create extraordinary. So myself and my wife, our specialty is in marriage and helping people to get married. Matter of fact, in a week next weekend, we'll be officiating a wedding that we help two singles come together and get married through our process. But also we have, as you can see back here, couples that were already married, had kids, and we help them have epic marriages. So that's our niche, is marriage mastery, bro.
Okay, so it's essentially like your coach when it comes to marriage, like what should I call it? Yeah, just a coach in marriage.
Yeah, I mean, we're an expert in helping people to master the relationship of marriage, which is we have found is really beneficial on all levels. But really, it's through full immersion at our retreats, because we host small retreats, small intimate retreats, and they're all inclusive. And then we also do mentorship where we support and we motivate and help people to in their relationship skills. And then we also have a connection through a Mentor Connect app. And our main thing that we help people with is that we found 3 skills that they need to develop, and we support them in developing this, is confidence, communication, and commitment. It's our 3 C's of connection. That's what we do here, and that's where our results come from, for sure.
Fair, fair. And so you came on board in about May last year. What was sort of like when you were doing 20K per month, what was sort of the main reason behind you coming on board and booking a call with us like back in May?
Yeah, man. When I spoke to you, it's like we need leads. We need something because we know we have a good product. We know we have good results. We literally, had everything we needed. We felt like, but we weren't getting the eyeballs. We weren't getting the attention. And you guys opened some doors for us that we hadn't been able to open before then.
Okay, and when you say leads, is that essentially just like qualified appointments?
True. Like, we weren't even doing very many, as you call, strategy calls or consultations with people to then evolve into a sale, right? We weren't getting but 1 or 2 a week. And
Mm-hmm.
and we needed some kind of strategy or some kind of system, because we're very good at following a system or a
Yeah.
strategy, but we just couldn't find one that was working for us and that
Mm-hmm.
could be easy and simple, and easy to apply and just follow directions. And fortunately, we found you guys, bro. I'm so glad you reached out to me and you were persistent. You used the very system on me that closed
What
me, what I
was I
used.
the did I still do the appointment setting back then? I'm not quite too sure. Who sent you a message? Do you remember?
Well, I thought it was you back then, wasn't it? Or maybe it was one of your assistants, or maybe actually it
Okay.
was whoever it was. I think you closed me, if I remember right. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was someone talking to me through
It was
man,
it was via it was via DMs, also DMs, like what we told you guys, right?
for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So
But
sort of you
through what's his name's messaging. I don't know why it's on Charlie Morgan's messenger. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So you're
Direct.
saying like the main thing that was sort of getting more leads. I mean, what did this business look like back then? You're saying like you needed more leads. What were you doing back then for booking those appointments and getting those leads?
Yeah, it was literally organic and just referrals and trying to call clients and connect with them to get referrals and trying to do some things on Facebook, but not very successful, trying to do organic, get organic leads through Facebook Messenger and things like that. But we didn't have near the system you guys had, but we kind of had an idea of that, but definitely not the strategy that you guys introduced us to. That made all the difference.
Okay. And so you come on board,
Yeah.
you sort of like see the program in front of you. How did you decide what to start picking?
Well, I'll tell you, the low-hanging fruit for us, when I went through it, Charlie's brilliant in the way he presents the content in the course, and a lot of it's mindset. And I just stayed the course and went through it. But when I hit DM sorcery, that's where I stopped because we had started doing some of that already, but we didn't do it with the skill and strategy that you guys put together with that. It is really, really awesome. So that's really what caught us. And then, man, we went to work and implemented it because it was low-hanging fruit for us because we were already doing somewhat of that process, but definitely not the hybrid that you guys introduced us to.
Okay. So you started with the DM Sorcerer. I remember, if I'm not mistaken, you posted like a win in the community, like within, I don't know how long, but you closed like one of those very high ticket deals, didn't you? Like within the get-go.
Absolutely. And it was definitely through the DM sorcery because we were not, yeah, we were doing like 20K. And so then it bounced up to 60K that first month. And we were just like, whoa, we're definitely on something for sure.
Mm-hmm. And what then happened? Like you had this system. I guess like at least one of the things that I'm hearing a lot is like what people want is they want predictable systems that they can turn on and off, and then they just know they get quality appointments booked. The thing that then comes into play is whether they can then deliver and whether they have to pause and start, right? That's then a whole lot of thing. But do you feel like you've gotten that system that you can pause and start and then you just know they're going to come in, or how does that look?
So there's definitely been that, right? Getting the whole, because then there's fulfillment. And that's why I've noticed like for us, it was a cycle. Like we would have a big month, like 60,000. It's like, oh, dang, we got to do fulfillment because they're big packages, right? So as we have developed our team and really created a better system, now we're getting that consistency. And instead of having like a $60,000 month and then a $20,000 month, which is, I mean, it's common in business, but now we're really, really seeing the consistency of about 45K a month, which we're super pumped about. And it's no longer this surge again, because we've implemented the DM sorcery and got the consistency of that. And then also the fulfillment side of it as well, because that was a struggle, to be honest. Like the fulfillment was like, oh crap, okay, now we got to do the fulfillment on these big packages with our clients. And it's a lot of commitment on our part, like to fulfill it. There's a reason it's a big package. And so that was the thing, was like, okay, we have the same flex of cash flow, but now we've really dialed in the subscription model on a smaller basis, but more every month. And it's paid off big time. So that's what we're super pumped about is having that 45K, but having it and staying, not the fluctuation. Like we averaged 45, but there was a lot of fluctuation, where now it's just this consistent rise, man, like 10 to 15 to 20% every month. And we're building off of it, which I'm super grateful. And it's all literally, we still just use focused on DM sorcery. That may not be what people want to hear sometimes, but that's, I have to give kudos to what you guys have done with EasyGrow and Charlie. Seriously, Charlie Morgan is amazing. The team you guys have there in developing this, because just with one, we've been able to create that kind of income. We know if we start implementing all these other ones, or working with people that do the better at this, because we, again, our niche, that's what we realized too, is we want to focus on what we do in our marriage mastery instead of being a lead generator. But we have been able to do that just through our DM sorcery and still not outsourcing anything yet. But that's the plan. Yes.
So you haven't even outsourced anything. It's literally just you and your wife still doing the DMs, or what?
No, I'm saying outsourcing as far as hiring any kind of lead generation company or working with anybody else to do our marketing or ads. We're still just using our DM sorcery in-house and applying what you taught us. to get it to this stability and the consistent growth now.
Okay. And when you're talking about sort of like you only haven't used one of the strategies, are you planning to hop into some of the paid ad strategies or some of the other strategies we've got in the future? Or what does the future hold?
Well, we've been looking at them, but I don't see. This is where then I struggle with: do I stay focused on what I do best and potentially outsource that? Like that's an option, and I'm grateful that Charlie and your group and your team there at EasyGrow does provide ways to outsource it, because I'm really good at what I do with relationships. So we've worked on the DM sourcery, and it fits for what we do in relationships and connecting with our clients and old clients, existing clients, and then new clients. It's all appropriate using DM sourcery. When it comes into the ads and creating and doing that stuff, we're kind of dabbling in it, seeing if we want to do it, but we realize like we're probably gonna have to have someone committed just to that to start implementing your other stuff. Does that make sense?
Okay, I hear you. So, like the main thing you've used is DM source, and you also talked a little bit about the mindset. I guess, like from you having gone through some of the parts of the program, what do you feel like was the most valuable thing to you? It could be DM source, or it could be mindset, it could be a third thing. What do you feel was like most bang for the buck?
I mean, and the support of the community. There's no doubt. Like it's incredible support. Like the feed there, and I can always jump on there and do a search and find information that I need. And people are asking similar questions that I have. And there's answers there. There's really good like support through the community and through people like you, Oscar. You guys are always attentive to answer questions and connect with us. It's really powerful to have that kind of support through the community. But also, yes, DM Sorcerer, I'd have to say one thing about what he did, the mindset thing about going through the fire, like that was really in the pain. That is one thing that I will tell you was a new perspective that I'd never ever heard from someone, and I really have applied it to my own life and to with our clients actually, of expressing how important pain is and recognizing the way that he talks about pain in the mindset stuff and that it's essential for growth and development was really a cool perspective. And that was like my big takeaway for the mindset stuff, because I've been through a lot of that, but that was one thing that really uniquely stood out to me. And then number two, definitely the DM sorcery and the system and strategy that was absolutely laid out brilliantly. You just got to follow the steps and do it. And then even just to tell you too, even refining our messaging, because I love and appreciate that. Like we had done that. We had set up our avatar and those things. However, it was really good to go back through it, through this system, and make it better. And I continue to actually do that. Use, a lot of the strategies that Charlie talks about to refine your avatar, refine your business and what you do and who you serve and all those things and how you do it. Like it's all really well laid out there, and which helps in your messaging for marketing. So we've definitely refined that in the since I got started with you guys, I've definitely used that multiple times to continue and improve our messaging and our because that's part of it. Like DM sorcery is great, but our refinement of our messaging has come through this process with Charlie of that refinement, right? And understanding your market and continuing to use that, like, has really made a huge difference to where now we're getting even better results and more people responding to DM sorcery because we have refined our message and made it better and simpler. Like, just like marriage mastery. That's what we've refined it down to. When Epic Your Life is our movement, but what we do and our niche is creating marriage mastery and creating epic marriages, if you want to use that. So it's really helped a lot, and I'm super grateful because that was a big part of it too as well, and to see our success and continued success. Because one thing to have a flash in the pan, it's another thing to maintain it and keep it going, and that's what we've been able to do.
Yeah, I guess like that's the main thing for you. Like you've been able to hit more consistency, like a lot more consistency, as you said. So like
Absolutely.
now you're doing 45K per month. What's the plan moving forward? You briefly talked about 100K a month before, but I mean, like what does the future look
Yeah,
like?
man. I mean, it's more real than ever now because what we're doing is more sustainable. Um, we're finding out that, again, the bigger packages take a little bit more trust and time. Admittedly, we sold those to people that had been, as we did our research, they'd been exposed to us for a couple of years, right? And plugging in. So we knew that's where we had built the trust. So it's real. Like, I'm not saying we can't sell it, but now we're almost, we know our numbers, like on our big packages, we were selling about 24, 25%. You'd be like, wow, just get more leads. I agree. However, like the more leads we got, that percentage kept going down and down because it's such a high package. That's still good. We could still get more leads, and that'd be great. But now that we've refined our message and we've developed our packages and have more options for our clientele all around marriage mastery, we actually are like 90% closing ratio because we have something for everyone. And as you know, I know Charlie says, and so does Alex or Mosey, there's a reason why they got on the call with you. They want to do something. Otherwise, they wouldn't have got on the call with you. So that's what we've really been able to do, is perfect the messaging and even perfect our packaging, thanks to what Charlie's helped us with, for sure, in that mindset and that process. And now we're like 90%. In this last month, we've seen extreme results, and it's due to really refining things again and making it better in 2024.
Mm-hmm. And in getting to 100K a month, do you feel like DM sorcery will be the main method, or do you feel like you will have to branch out to use other strategies?
So because we're now closing so many people and we're also closing them on our subscription base, I do believe we'll get to 100K or pretty close, probably about 70 before we have to outsource. But that will be like amazing. Like my target is to have about, let's see, what do we say? To have, without any other sales, just subscription every week, because we do it even on a weekly basis to keep ourselves like tuned in and connected with our clients. It's a good feedback loop weekly. Is to do about 15,000 a week, like just from that model only, not including like just sales and other things that we do, but just from the subscription only. And so, like, without having this, because we just launched this full subscription model with more options. Like I said, where we have 90% closing ratio now. We just launched that at the beginning of or about middle of February, 2024, the new version of this, and that's where we then saw now 90% closes. We've reconnected with some even old clients again that couldn't do the 26,000 or a big package, and it's like now they can, because we have a subscription model that makes it more affordable, but allows them to connect with us. So I am very, very confident that we'll probably hit 70 or 80 with just DM sorcery, and then we'll start to outsource, but that will be a consistent, right? That's my excitement to you, is that we're going to see that through the subscription.
When do you feel like you'll hit like 70, 80 with DM sorcery? How long are we talking?
Well, we're probably on track to do about 55 this month, by the end of the month. And that's, times flies, we're halfway through. And so I would say within the next probably 2 months, realistically, I would say in the next 60 days, we'll probably be at about 70 or 80, just because of the trajectory we're on now. It's gradual growth.
That's good.
It's about 15% growth we anticipate every month.
I mean, how does it feel to, just have growth every single month? It's consistent. It's completely different from what you had previously.
Man, it's awesome, bro. It's really awesome. Like, it really is. I am super duper grateful for the structure and systems that we have in place. And it really is a huge, big thank you to the team over at EasyGrow, because I know Charlie wouldn't take full credit for it. You're part of that team. I know there's some other owners to it and stuff, but huge thank you, because it feels really good to have some consistency. Again, I had to get out of my mind the lottery mentality of the big package, and had to really focus on the more small bites over time and long-term, more of an investment mindset versus, hey, let's get the results, but we still get people results. That's the cool part. So yeah, man, it was a little rough after we got started with you guys. When you have a 60,000 and 20,000 and 50,000 and then 30,000, those roller coasters are rough to be able to set things up. Now that we're at that consistent 45 and then 55, and it's going to be awesome. We can do a lot more, and we can really get a lot more focused knowing that we have a consistency now, for sure. So thank you.
Thank you for paying. I guess like sort of the last question I've got for you, Carlos. If you looked back in May, back to the call that we had, and you saw yourself on the call, and you ended up coming on board, so you didn't need this, but if you were leaning towards not doing it, what would you have told yourself, knowing what you know now? Obviously, there's a little bit of pressure me sitting here looking at you. I
No,
will
man.
admit.
No, it's cool because I know I think once I understood the process, it was a no-brainer. Like, and it was a missing link that we had, just that one process, because it was used on me. So it's a very good example. And I am hard to connect with. You and I know that, because I mean, I own a ranch as well. And so I've got a lot going on, other real estate investments and stuff. So this has been a beautiful journey. But I would say to myself back then, it's like, man, freaking answer his messages, his response sooner, dude. This has the missing piece. I would just say, dude, this is like, because I think it took us 3 or 4 months to really connect. That's the beauty of your persistence and literally what Charlie has taught you guys as a team, but it's what he taught me as well. Not to take it personal. It's so crazy. Recently, I realized we are in a battle for people's attention. That's really what it comes down to. Everyone is getting notifications. It is a notification war. And when I realized that, and Charlie and your team made me understand that, I don't take it personal anymore. I just freaking double up on the notifications, man. So they'll respond to me first. So it's crazy, but that's really what I've learned, and the biggest revelation from working with you guys, a notification war. We're in war with all other social media platforms. So we just are learning to win at that, bro. So I wish I would have had that. I would have got if somebody got a message from you guys, respond and book the appointment, book the strategy call the first time, not the 10th time or 12th or 13th, but book it the first time, because then again, like, notifications aren't getting better. They're getting worse and worse and worse. So it is crazy to see that. And so back then I would have even had more results, and I wouldn't have lost some of my clients to someone else who notified them more than I have. So that's what I would say, bro. Do it sooner, Carlos. Do it sooner, man. Come on. Wake up. Wake up. And man, you gave me the wake-up call to do this, bro. So thanks for your patience. Again, we went through it like, Carlos.
All right, man.
You're awesome, bro. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you as well. We can probably call it there. It's been a pleasure. And yeah, if everybody is wondering about booking a call, you can book a call. If not, no worries. And yeah, if you need help with your marriage, you can check out Carlos. But yeah, we can call it there.
If you want the best to work with, if you want epic marriage, you know how to call, man. Woo! If not, it's cool. If you want mediocre, I understand.
Been a pleasure, man. Yeah, let's probably wrap it up there. Cheers.
Cool. Blessings, bro. Thanks for doing this.